paper crafters, this is Collette. I've just come across this absolutely gorgeous photograph of a friend's grandson and I thought I just have to scrap that. So I thought I'd put together a really quick and pretty scrapbook page using the papers that I've been using a lot for cards recently. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas and you've seen these papers previously, just gorgeous and so very, very Christmassy. So I have decided to use this beautiful one here, and you can see it's got this gorgeous grouping of poinsettias. And I've gone through the scraps I've got left over from other projects, and I'm going to create a little layered effect down in this corner. So let's just see how this will look. Yeah, like that. Oh, it's got you. I think that'd be nice having that word on top. We want different levels. So we're looking for different levels. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Alright, let's pop this picture on. I think I'll take that down to here. I think that looks pretty cool. I've got a big bit sticking up here, so what I might do is roll that. But I'm quite happy how that's going to go. So I'm just going to whiz these together. So put this one down first. That looks pretty good. Second one here was, I want that to stick up a bit, so I think that's pretty cool. Yep. And then the third piece, no, I don't like the tiny little gap up here, so I want to move that across a bit. Yep, happy with how that is, so I'm just going to flick that back and just do a little joiner down here. Make sure it's all nice and straight. That's good. It's great when you have lines on paper because you can actually use those to straighten things up. Just over across. And I'm going to bring that down. Yep, happy with that. So a little bit of layering of paper there, so you can see that's kind of a creative paper layered mat. Now I said I did want to roll this corner, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So I've just taken a skewer, so the same way that I do it on cards, I do it on the scrapbook pages too. And that looks good. So I've added a little bit of texture now happening in that corner. That looks great. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this down. And I'm just going to put the photograph down flat, rather than raise it up on chipboard or anything. I think that will be fine for this quick and easy layout. Now on the photograph, can you see these little white edges all the way round? What I did is I put this up against the edge of my table on the mat, and then I went down at about a 45-degree angle with a sanding tool, and that's given it a kind of a really fine little white mat, which I think looks really cool. So that's good. I'm going to stick this in this corner down here. Yep, that's nice. Okay, so just tuck and tail any loose little bits. Alright, so happy how that looks. Now I want to add a little bit of dimension over here, so what I have done is I've gone ahead and cut out from the second sheet these little flowers. I love the fact that in the paper pad you get 2 sheets of every design, so you can use the second sheet to add dimensional interest, and of course on the back you get more designs, so there's so much choice. Really cool. So I cut them out and you can see they're kind of twinkly. I just spritz them with a little twinkly spritzer, and I just want to give them a little bit of shape, so I'm just going to whiz these down on my Teflon mat into a bar of soap or scratch your hair just to wax it up a little bit, and it will just glide. So I'm just not looking for too much shape, just a little bit of shape here. So you can see now how it curves nicely. So quickly do that on this other one. And on this lovely leaf. Excellent. So now I'm going to focus on this little area in this corner. Alright, so I've got some dimensional tape here, and just going to cut some of this off. Just grab my good old Teflon coated scissors so they don't stick to everything, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this double-sided tape, not too much, in the centers. And this time what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to put it directly on top. I'm going to offset it so it looks as though there's even more poinsettias in this grouping. So I'm going to do the same with this down here. Just a couple of pieces, not too much, because I still want it to have a bit of shape. I think I'll put a piece there. So you can see that's all I'm putting on this one. And again, I'm just going to offset this so it looks as though this is a really lovely, luscious bunch of poinsettias. And we have this lovely leaf here, which I'm going to probably just pop down here. So again, just cutting off a little piece of this tape here and sticking that down. Now I'm just going to pop this underneath a little bit so this little leaf is coming out from the flower. Yeah, that looks good. Yep. So you can see we've got this lovely little arrangement just down in this corner, and you can add just nice interest and layering. So looking at my layout, I've got a couple of areas that need attention. It's a little bit sparse up here and a little bit sparse down here. So if you're looking in that rule of thirds, great rule for any design concept, you've got a line here, a line here, a line going across there, and a line going across there. You want to make sure that there's something in each of those segments of that line. So I've got a gap here, and I need to have something here too. So I'm going to have a little title here, just a small one, and I've decided to very aptly use the beautiful Merry Christmas design. Now you'll get all the codes and details of everything I've used at the end of the video, so you'll be able to check out where or what code that particular die is. And I've gone ahead and cut that out in the beautiful glittery paper, and I've used the die cut and bond, which was on the back of my paper when it passed through the die, so it's all ready to stick down. So I'm going to have this over to the right. I think that looks pretty good. Yep, excellent. So that's my title stuck down, and that particular section of my page sorted. Now what I need to do is to tackle up here, and in the paper pad I noticed that there was this great paper here, and it had all these lovely words on. So I thought I would go ahead and chop out some of those words and use these up here. Now of course if you wanted you could use these as journaling strips, but I have decided to use these ones here. Now, yep, that looks pretty good. You've got two Merry and Bright here, so I think I'll use that one. That looks cool. Now you could have them straight, but I think I want a little bit of whimsy, so I'm just going to kind of have just a subtle bit of turning there. Quite happy how that looks. Now what I did with these is I took a gold calligraphy pen, and I took the chunky end and I just edged them to get rid of any white, and I did the gold so it picks up the gold from the title. And to edge them, all you do is you just run your pen down the edges and it gives it a really nice gold frame. So I think it's definitely worth doing that. So I'm just going to stick these down now, and I'm going to put these down flat. So just a slight angle, nice. And the last one. Nice. Okay, it's feeling so Christmassy. Yay! All right, now I'm happy with how that looks, and it's nearly done actually. I just think this down here, I just need a little bit of something. So I'm just going to go into my little box of stuff that came with this particular collection. Ah, this will be lovely. This is a beautiful little element. Ah, see? Beautiful. I love how that looks. So I'm going to just glue that into position. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let that dry. I'll take about a minute. So my page is looking pretty good. What I've actually done is I have used my beautiful calligraphy pen just to edge the page. I've done that on all four sides, so when you look at it you can see you've got this tiny little gold border all the way around, and I think that looks really nice, and again it picks up on this beautiful gold accent we've got in that title. So it's looking really nice. This is such a quick little layout to do. And I think I will just take it one step further. I've got the beautiful 2mm gemstones here. So I'm going to use these ones here, which are the champagne. And I'm just going to add extra sparkle to my layout by popping one of these in each of those beautiful little berries. Can't resist it. There's a little dot there and it needs to be coloured in, or something's got to happen. So I've chosen this champagne colour because again it complements the gold beautifully. Silver would be wrong. That's looking lovely. I like how that adds that sparkle and extra dimension to my layout. So I'm going to carry on with those little guys. Nice. Yay. Dee 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 dee. La 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 la. Actually, that's looking quite nice. I know I can't sing, but I do love to sing. Yep, that's looking good. You know, this is not happening properly. It's because there's 4. We've got to work in odds and it's annoying me, so I need to get another one to make it balance. So I thought, you know, that's that Merry and Bright, which I took away from it earlier. So I've chopped it in half and I've now got Merry, edged that round, and I think that will solve my problem. I'm going to stick that up here. Perfect here. So that looks balanced now. Odd numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Oh, look, I've actually just got a little scrap of gold. Waste not, want not. I wonder if that will fit. Yes, let's do that. So this is a little scrap of gold. So it's always good to look around you and see what you have left over. So I'm going to tuck this just in here. And that creates another pretty layer. Yeah, and adds a little bit of shimmer. So that's my very quick, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas layout. I hope you like it. I hope you get a chance to have a go and have fun creating over Christmas. It's the great time to create. Oh,